Hey guys, happy Sunday. First off, I want to say happy Sunday first off. And I just want to share with you what the ups and downs look like with autism, like what we deal with, what we go through. And I don't know if you all are autism moms or just supporters, you know. I appreciate the support if you are. But I wanted to share with you the ins and the outs with this thing called autism and what I deal with. So my husband and I are leaders in our church. We have a very large church, and we came from Savannah, which was a very small church, but the churches are connected basically. I'll just put it like that so you can kind of understand. But when we were in Savannah, I had my mom, I had, pretty much everybody that can help out and be able to help me with the boys. And so it was different. It was different, and it wasn't as difficult as right now, okay? Right now, it's like I have no help. I have no help with the boys. When I go to church, it's like a relief or a reprieve, if you will. It's almost like I get a chance to worship, but I also get a chance to be able to kind of just let loose, without worrying about where's JJ, where's John, where they are. And I got a sense of happiness from that. But now that we're in Kansas City, I'm not able to get that. We have to kind of get the boys in service, and this church is much larger, like 5 times larger, y'all. Like, we go to a huge church here in Kansas City, and that's fine. It's just I have nowhere for them to go, so they have to come to church. And because they have to come to church, it's like it's overwhelming for me, and it's overwhelming for them. And get this, I'm not able to worship as I want to because I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking about how they feel. And, JJ's getting overwhelmed, and so we got to go to the back. And so now I'm not even in service. I'm in the back with JJ and John because they feel overwhelmed or they don't feel comfortable in service. And I understand that. It's a big church, lots of lights, a lot of music. It's going to get getting used to. Hold on one second. And so, with that being said, today, we got dressed. I still got on my dress. We got dressed, and JJ got in there. He got overwhelmed. John got overwhelmed, and I said, I told my husband's so ready to jump in service. My daughter's ready to jump in service. Everybody's ready to praise, right? Me too. And so I said, you know what? I got so frustrated with it because I really want my boys to be comfortable, and I want my husband and my daughter to worship. I want them to be happy in service. So I said, you know what? I will stay with the boys. So I did. I stayed with the boys, and I sat in the back, and I said, you know what? We're going to go home and change and get comfortable, and I'm going to give them something to eat. And let me tell you why. It's because they are most comfortable in that. They're not comfortable in worship service, and I'm not comfortable with having them in worship service, and that is something I must work on. That is something I must work on. And anybody could say, it's okay, they can come, but they are really a big distraction from what you're there for. You're there to worship, you're there to praise, you're there to have your mind on Jesus, but yet you hear all of these noises. You hear all of this, all of JJ and John's phones, because they got to have their phones, for them to sit. So you have all of that going on, and it just got so frustrating to me. It got so frustrating to me that I just was like, you know what? I'll just leave, because I think that will make everybody, more comfortable, right? And I'm the autism mom, so I'm the one to be like, if you see them in the street, just know that they have autism. I am that girl, but I still fall short. I still struggle with allowing them to be out, for people to kind of understand, for them to be able to do things in the public and still be themselves. I struggle with that, because I still am an autism mom. I still know, that a lot of times it's a distraction from what people come for. If they come for an event and they hear JJ and John and they're loud and they have their phones and they get upset when you take stuff from them, or take the phones, or turn the phones down, or or if they have to sit for a long time, they get frustrated, they get upset. People got to deal with that, and people don't deserve to deal with that when they are coming to an event, they're coming to a service, and they have to endure what we endure, and that makes me sad. So it makes me fall back from what I want to enjoy, because I'm thinking about the things that others cannot enjoy because of autism. Yeah, man, it's real. This journey is real. This experience is real. But yet and still, God is real. God is real. He's still working in our favor. He's still providing. He's still pushing us to another elevation. He's still pushing us to something that is great or grand or excellent and mighty, because He is who He is. And so I came on here today to show you that even though you can be strong and you can be guided and you can be assured and confident, you still can fall short. You still can feel as though you can't make it through the feeling that you feel in the midst of being an autism mom. It's real. And I want to be transparent. I don't want I don't want you to feel like I don't feel what you feel. That's why I get on here. I want you to know that I feel everything you feel, and I go through everything you go through. And guess what? Still greater is He that's within me than he in the world. So I'm gonna say something about Kansas City. They don't have gnats like Savannah have. They have different kinds of little bugs. It's different. They're different. But anyway, let me get up out of here. I just wanted to tell you about my day and tell you how much God can change can change you, but not only God changing you, but also you having to deal with the same issues. These issues that we deal with, they don't go away easily. They don't go away easily. It's like it's a journey, and be okay. Be okay with the journey. Be okay with knowing that, hey, sometimes it's going to be like this. Sometimes it's going to be difficult. Sometimes it's going to be hard. You got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with failing sometimes and falling sometimes, You got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with knowing that, hey, I'm trying. I'm trying. But sometimes my trying is not really the best. It's not really the best right now, but I'm still trying. I'm still believing. I'm still pushing through. I'm still focusing on the goal. I'm still guided by the Lord. I'm still his daughter. I still love him. I still want to do better. I still want to do right. I still want to continue to move forward. I would move forward in him still. Still. This is not or I quit type thing, because you can't quit. Because God never fails. It's a lot that you have to continue to work on. And everybody's journey, I'm going to say this. This is good, y'all. Everybody's journey is different. Hello. Everybody's journey is different. Can you open up those blinds for me? Right here. Yeah, those two. Those and this one. Okay. Thank you.
I can open the blinds. Keep on Mr. Powell.
I am. But everybody's journey is different. And you got to not only believe that, but when you go through, you got to be able to shake it off and know that everybody's journey is different. In mine, I am different. This is different. My boys are big, and I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. I want them to feel comfortable in their space, and I want them not to be judged. That's good right there, y'all. I don't want them to be judged. I don't. And it's not like I'm gonna say, well, I don't care. I don't wanna lie to you and say I don't care. I do care. I think everybody cares a little bit, because you want them to be accepted. You want them to be accepted fully, not just a little bit, but fully. Can you turn that down, John? John, can you go downstairs, or can you turn that down?
I'll go downstairs.
Thank you. But you want them to be accepted, and you want them to know that they are accepted, and you want them to feel accepted, and you want them to be happy. But also you want everybody else to be happy as well. It's a scripture in Galatians 6:9. It says, do not be weary in well-doing, because in due season you shall reap if you faint not. And I really believe that. I believe if I continue to do good and I have a good heart, because I do. It's not like I don't want to be there, because I do. God is still working on me. He has something for me. He has something for me to do. I don't even know who I am yet, because God is still working in me. But sometimes the body gets weary. Even if you don't want to be weary, the body gets weary. Your body gets weary. You get weary. But it says, do not be weary in well-doing. And that's something that I don't do. I don't be weary in well-doing. I always do good things, good deeds, have a good mindset, feel the good in other people and put them before me. It's deeply rooted in me. I will suffer before anybody else suffer. So when it says be weary and well-doing, I do good things. And Autism moms, I know you do good things. So, and we want to do good things, right? But we still are weary. We get tired. We get weary. It's like, I don't even want to deal with this right here. This is an easy, let me give you an easy answer to all of this. This is what can happen. I will volunteer myself, I'll volunteer me, so the answer can be there, so everybody can be happy. I will sacrifice myself, and I'm cool with that. It's almost like I'm sad for myself, in the inside a little bit, but I get over it, I get over, I want different, but I still get over it, because everybody else is happy. And I believe it's like, it's like, I think, it's like we are better off not dealing with the situation. That's good. That's the answer. I had to think about it for a second. We are better off not dealing with our biggest issues are, because our children, they take a lot from us. And so because they take so much out of us, it's like we're better off, not dealing with issues that try to come up against us because of them. Because they already take so much from us. It's like, as long as they happy, as long as they quiet, as long as they doing what they need to do, I'm good. Right? So it's like, it's fine if I don't participate. It's fine if I don't put myself in the front or whatever. It's fine that I don't go. It's fine that, because they're happy. Isn't that something, y'all? And I'm sure all of us feels that way. Yeah. So, I hope you guys, I love you subscribers, first off. I love you guys. I appreciate you supporting me and being able to share with you a little bit of what the autism world feels like and looks like. And I hope that it resonates with you and make you feel a little bit easier about this journey. I am grateful that the Lord placed you in my life, and I am grateful that you trust me to be able to pour into you and just be real about everything, because I know it's not easy being on social media. It's not easy being able to get on here and talk to people and be vulnerable and tell your business and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. I mean, it's not, especially for people that have integrity and character, a good character. And, it's some people that get on here to entertain, but social media for me is not entertainment. Social media is a platform and an outlook for us to reach thousands and thousands of people about autism and about autism awareness. So they know, that my boys are out here. And I want other autism moms to start to post their kids and post them and talk about what we go through and talk about what they deal with and talk about the boys and the girls and, the issues, and so people can be comfortable, because the world is not comfortable with autism. The world is not comfortable with the things that we go through. The world is not ready for this. And the world is not ready for this. The world is not ready for this. It's just not. So the more that I get on here, the more that I'm comfortable, the more that I push, the more that I focus, I feel like God is going to show up in other people's lives. And so therefore, you guys are going to do more. You guys are going to post. You guys are going to show your lives. You guys are going to be okay with being transparent. Because the reason why a lot of people don't know is because we hide, because we feel embarrassed. I mean, it's our business. And we don't have to share it. Now, that's. So, but yeah, that's what just happened today. I hope you guys just get a little bit of I'm not alone type stuff. I'm not alone type feeling. Because you're not. I'm always with you. I'm always with you. All right, let me get off here. I got to get up and go get my husband and get my daughter from church. I'm gonna take this dress off first for one for sure. So, but anyway, peace and blessings. I'll talk to y'all later, subscribers. Love you guys with the love of Christ.